Hey, welcome back. It's Rocky here again. And in this video, I'm going to give you a brief overview of what the 5 golden rules are, and then we'll dig down deeply into how to use them and how to apply them to your marketing. So the first golden rule is you should always be using customer outcome focused marketing instead of company outcome focused marketing. You want to avoid, wherever you can, one and done marketing. You don't want to use will you marry me marketing. Your marketing should always be valuable in and of itself, and we don't sell products and services. Okay, so now let's go and look at these 5 rules in detail. Rule number 1 is use customer outcome focused marketing. This really is the most important one because everything else revolves around this. And the idea is you want to focus on the outcome, the goal, the desire, the pain that your customer is experiencing rather than the product or service you want to sell. If you look at most of the ads online and offline, whether it's on television or in the newspaper or magazines or websites, ads you see coming through your newsfeed, most of them are company outcome focused. They talk about the company, the features of the company, maybe they'll use a benefit here and there. But the ads just about always talk about the company and what the company wants. And people just don't even see these ads anymore. People are thinking about their problems, their lives, the things they want to do. And when you stick your company's ad in front of them, they don't really care. Unless they're the 1 or 2% of people who are screaming for a solution to something right now, and your ad just happens to come along in front of them, they're just going to ignore it. And that's when you start getting in your newsfeed, you'll get clicks on the spam button because your ads are interrupting people when they're doing what they want to do, which is just surfing through Facebook. That's why most ads in newspapers never get read. Most ads on television just give us an excuse to go to the restroom and cook something up for dinner. People just ignore them. They're just like spam. People don't see them because they're not focused on what the customer wants. The vast majority of cases, they're focused on trying to sell a product or service, and as you'll see later, that's another rule. We never want to sell products and services. I'll tell you what you should be talking about instead later. But you know what I mean. The typical ad in a newspaper has got the company's name at the top. It might have a listing of some product features, or the service features, or the thing that they do. It talks about the hours of operation of the company. They'll have a phone number and a website address, and that's about it. It just says, here I am, come and buy from me. Doesn't tell the reader anything about why they should buy from you. It's just a very boring, Me Too kind of ad. And if you look in the regional and the small papers in particular, these things are everywhere. They're just plastered through the newspaper everywhere. And unless the person looking at that is just dying to go and use your particular service or buy your product, they just flick the page. They might read the news article and then they'll just flick the page. Another thing these ads typically have in them is a bunch of platitudes like best prices, quality service, been in business for 22 years, competitive rates, and all those meaningless platitudes that everybody says so they don't mean anything. It's not like you're the first business to ever say we've got competitive rates. And what's that mean? It doesn't really mean anything. It just means you're about the same as everybody else. Ads will often say best prices. There's no proof of that in the ad. How can you prove you got the best prices? Everyone says that. Nobody's going to say I've got the highest prices and the lowest quality. So people don't even see it. They just read straight past it. It's just a platitude. And most of the emails you see coming from companies are very formal. They're written on some fancy graphic template and it talks in a very formal way, very boring, very structured. People don't read them. This is why business owners say email marketing doesn't work for them. It's because they send dumb, stupid stuff out by email and then they blame the media and not themselves when it fails. Now in the next video, we'll take a look at 4 examples of what I'm talking about and we'll get deeper into what customer outcome focused marketing should look like.